Il est le Dieu d'amour.
He's the God of love.
Bonjour peuple de Dieu, je suis la sœur Paleo.
Hello, people of God. I'm Sister Paleo. Today I bring you my testimony. A few days ago, when we were sleeping during the night with my family, I saw a shadow of a young girl, a very dark shadow, next to my bed. And suddenly I saw lots of pimples on my baby's face. When we woke up, I contacted Pastor Daniel Watson, and he told me it was a vision, and he told me we should pray for the children and also pray as a family. Then he gave me a few prayer points, and we just did as he said. A few days later, my baby started having some strong fevers between 40 and 39, very high fevers that did not go down, no matter the amount of medicine we gave. And I remember the day before we went to the hospital, the same vision repeated itself. I saw a lot of pimples on my baby's face. And going back home that evening, my baby still had fever. My baby still had strong fevers. So I felt that it was an attack from the enemy. After that, I decided to go back to the hospital. I took with me the anointing oil that the Pastor Daniel Watson had blessed me with. And I put it on my baby and declared a few words, and then we left for the hospital. And on our way to the hospital, I contacted Pastor Daniel Watson to explain the situation and to tell him that I was going to the hospital. He called me back as soon as he could. When I reached the hospital, we began to pray, and he gave me prayer points that I should repeat for the child and repeat and say them with faith, and then I repeated them with faith and assurance. And after that prayer, I went back to the hospital, to the hospital, and the baby was checked up once again. And the doctor himself did not understand because the kid was doing all right, in good health. Meanwhile, the doctor did not understand why the baby had strong fevers. The child was all right after all the tests they had to run. She was perfectly fine. That is when I truly understood that this was an attack from the devil. But he is defeated, isn't it? Once we left the hospital, we got home, and I prayed again, and I gave thanks to God for the healing on my child. And we had a good night, a good sleep in the presence of God. With the angels, we slept well. And my daughter's fevers ended instantly. And she did not have any fever that night, no fever at all. And that night, the Lord showed me many things. And since that night, she hasn't had any fever, because the fever had totally stopped. So I give thanks to God. I give thanks to God because He is good, He is marvelous, He's wonderful, and for what He has done in the life of my baby and in the lives of my children. And I wanted to bring you my testimony. May God bless you. May God strengthen you. And I believe that this testimony will help a brother, a sister. May God bless Pastor Daniel Watson for his help and prayers, for his availability. He's always there. He's always been permanent. Thanks a lot. May God bless you.
Il est le Dieu d'amour.
He's the God of love.